I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse. Terrence Bud Crawford. King Ryan Garcia.
This bout is scheduled.
A lot of trash talk. Here we go for round one. The perfect counter lands. This with that jab. Crawford's legs are all over the place. That was the moment.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Beautiful counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Good counter punching. Those counter punches have to hurt. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're at a party coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Talk about Crawford in that last round. That belt. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Back and forth they go. Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook just can't find the target. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Perfect counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And around. There's the bell for round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. These two were made for each other. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin.
One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four. Can you continue?
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 5. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
And he scores with the counter. Just avoids the left uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. They exchange punches. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. The jab not finding its target. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's start the sixth. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well done with that counter shot. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. So much firepower here. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. There's a counter shot. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what you do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. Punch caught him clean. Missing with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. A left hook. Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one out. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Defense here at all. They threw the hook. It didn't land. this round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that and we enter the 8th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it and you've got to be confident.
You'd like to see more jabs. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.